Hello, today we are going to be reviewing our standard RL 2.4. The standard is I can ask and answer questions about unknown words in a text. So, we've already learned about this. We know that unknown means something that we do not know. So if it's an unknown word, that means it's a word that we don't know yet. So, we are going to look in our book. How full is your bucket? And we are going to look at pages with words that we might not know the meaning to. So we're going to look for unknown words. Then we are going to use our magnifying glasses and we are going to look in the words and the pictures to find clues for the meaning of unknown words. This book, the title is How Full is Your Bucket? Written by Tom Rath and Mary Reckmeyer, illustrated by Maury J. Manning. Felix was putting one of his last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scowled. "Go away. You're too little." I don't quite know what this word scowled means. So I'm going to read the text again. I'm going to look in the words, and then I'm going to look in the picture to try to find a clue for the meaning of that word. Felix was putting one of his last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scowled. "Go away. You're too little." So he's saying, "Go away. You're too little." So the words are telling me that he's not happy. And when he's saying this to her, it's not nice. When I look at the picture, I'm going to zoom in on his face. His face is showing me that he's not being nice either. So I think scowled has to do with doing something not nice. So when he's scowling at her, he's saying it in a mean way. He's saying, "Go away, you're too little." He scowled that. So he's saying that in a mean way. He also has this face that he's not happy with her. "Stay back, you'll knock it over." "I'm big." "I can be very careful." "Go play with your baby toys, Anna." I'm wondering what this word careful means. Anna is saying, "I can be very careful." So I'm going to look in the words. "Stay back, you'll knock it over." So Felix is telling Anna that he thinks she's going to knock it over if she gets any closer. And Anna is saying, "I can be careful." So I think she's saying that she would not knock it over. Okay. Then if I'm looking at the picture, I can see this tall tower. So if you had a tall tower of blocks, you would want to make sure that it's safe and doesn't get knocked over. So I think this word careful means full of care. When you take care of something, you're keeping it safe. So Anna's saying, "I can be careful, I can keep it safe and make sure it does not get knocked over." Felix slipped and chocoweed scattered across the floor. "Felix!" yelled his mom. "You should have used the stool to reach that." This word scattered is new for me. This is a word I do not know, so it is an unknown word. I'm going to look in the words for a clue for the meaning, and then I'm going to look in the picture. Felix slipped, so he's falling, and Choco Wheat scattered across the floor. It's saying across the floor. That's a big hint for me. When something is scattered, it's going across the floor. I'm going to look in this picture, and I know it's talking about the Choco Wheats. That's what's scattering, the Choco Wheats. And then right here, I see the Choco Wheats all over the floor. I want you to think for a minute what you think the word scattered means if it says the Choco Wheats are scattered across the floor. I think scattered means to spread out. So when the Choco Wheats fell out of the box, they scattered across the floor. They spread out across the floor. We have one more word to cover today. Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumblenickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper. He could hardly bear to look. Felix slumped into his seat. This word slumped. I'm not sure I know the meaning of this word, so I'm going to take a closer look at the words and the pictures to see if I can find a clue. Felix slumped into his seat. So I know whatever slumped means, Felix is doing it in his seat. So I'm going to look at the picture, and I see Felix sitting in his seat. He's not sitting straight. His shoulders are kind of low, and his back is curved, and he's sitting down in his seat. I want you to think about what you think the word slumped means. I think slumped means when you sit down. So not just sitting down in your seat, but you kind of scoot down, and maybe you're tired or you just don't feel well, so you're sitting down really low. Instead of sitting up straight, how we normally sit in our seat at school, he's slumping down. So his shoulders are down, his back is curved. I think that's what slumped means. Okay, so there is an assignment posted that you can go in and answer questions about these unknown words. Remember, if you need help, you can watch this video again because the words are in this story in the video. So that will give you, that will help you when you are completing the assignment.